They said immortality was a blessing, but no one told him it was a curse in disguise. In the village of Asebi, there lived a young man named Easy. Easy was known for his curiosity and thirst for adventure, always exploring the hidden secrets of the forest, climbing mountains, and wandering beyond the borders of his village. Though his bravery impressed many, it also brought whispers of caution among the elders. "He plays with forces he does not understand," the village chief warned one evening, watching Eze return from a forbidden forest, his eyes gleaming with discovery. But Eze did not care for warnings. He wanted more knowledge, more power, more life. One fateful day, while wandering deep into the heart of the oldest forest in the land, Eze came upon an ancient shrine hidden beneath a waterfall. The place pulsed with a strange energy, and in its center sat an old man with white hair flowing down to his knees. The old man's eyes glowed with wisdom and mystery. "You seek something beyond what man is meant to have," the old man said, his voice echoing through the air without him moving his lips. Eze stood still, his heart pounding. "I seek to live forever," he blurted out. The old man's glowing eyes narrowed. "Forever is a long time, young one. Do you truly wish for immortality?" Eze nodded, his chest swelling with excitement. "I do. I want to see the world, live through the ages, learn everything there is to know." The old man smiled faintly, but it was a smile that did not reach his eyes. "Very well," he said, extending his hand. In it was a small, gleaming stone. "This stone holds the gift you desire. Once you swallow it, you will never die." Easy's hands trembled as he took the stone, his mind racing with the possibilities. Without a second thought, he swallowed it, feeling the warmth of the stone spreading through his body. But before he could say a word, the old man's expression darkened. "Remember, young one," he said, his voice now heavy with warning. "Immortality comes with a price." "What price?" Eze asked. But before the old man could answer, a gust of wind blew through the shrine, and the old man disappeared. Eze stood there, alone, the weight of his choice settling on his shoulders. But the excitement of his newfound gift drowned out the old man's words. He was immortal now, invincible, and nothing could stop him. At first, Eze reveled in his immortality. He climbed the highest mountains without fear of falling, fought the wildest beasts, knowing he could not be harmed, and traveled to distant lands, where the people marveled at his agelessness. Years passed, then decades, yet Eze remained the same, young, strong, and full of life. But as time went on, something began to change. Eze noticed that the people around him were growing old, while he remained untouched by the passage of time. His friends aged and died, one by one, and soon, the village that had once been his home was filled with strangers. The loneliness began to weigh on him, but he shrugged it off. "There is more to see, more to do," he told himself. So he traveled farther, seeking new experiences, new faces. But everywhere he went, the same thing happened. People aged, people died, and Eze was left behind, unchanged. The centuries rolled on, and the world around him changed in ways he could never have imagined. Kingdoms rose and fell, empires crumbled to dust, and still, Eze wandered the earth, alone. It wasn't until he met a young girl named Amina that the weight of his immortality truly hit him. Amina was a bright, curious soul, much like he had been in his youth. She reminded him of the life he had once known, the joy of discovery and adventure. They spent many years together, exploring the world and sharing stories of their travels. But as time passed, Eze noticed the same thing happening to Amina that had happened to everyone else. Her once youthful face began to show lines, her hair turned gray, and her body grew frail. Eze watched helplessly as Amina aged before his eyes, while he remained the same. One evening, as they sat by a fire, Amina looked at him with eyes filled with both love and sorrow. "You haven't changed," she whispered. Not a single day. Ezi's heart clenched as he reached out to touch her hand, now thin and wrinkled. I can't, he whispered back, his voice trembling. Amina smiled weakly. You will live forever, won't you? Ezi nodded, tears filling his eyes. She squeezed his hand gently. Then live for me, Ezi. Live and remember our time together. That night, Amina passed away, leaving Ezi alone once more. Ezi buried her beneath an ancient tree, but the weight of his loneliness crushed him. The years passed, and no matter how far he traveled or how many new faces he met, the pain of watching everyone he loved grow old and die never lessened. One day, he returned to the shrine in the heart of the forest, where he had first met the old man. To his surprise, the old man was there, sitting as he had been all those centuries ago, unchanged by time. I warned you, the old man said, his voice heavy with sorrow. I didn't understand, Ezi whispered, falling to his knees. Please take it back. I don't want this anymore. I can't bear it. The old man shook his head. Once the gift is given, it cannot be taken back. Immortality is not something that can be undone. Tears streamed down Ezi's face. Then what am I supposed to do? I can't keep living like this. The old man's glowing eyes softened. You wanted to live forever, and you got your wish. But now, you must live with the consequences. Immortality is not a blessing. It is a curse. A curse you must bear for all eternity. Ezi's heart shattered as the old man's words sank in. He had sought eternal life, but in doing so, he had doomed himself to an eternity of loneliness and sorrow. The old man stood, his figure fading into the mist. The only way to ease your pain is to live for others. Help those in need. Use your knowledge and strength to make the world a better place. Perhaps, in doing so, you will find peace. And with that, the old man disappeared once more, leaving Ezi alone in the silent shrine. For centuries to come, Ezi wandered the earth, helping those he could, offering his wisdom and strength to those in need. But no matter how much good he did, the weight of his immortality remained, a constant reminder of the curse he could never escape. The moral of the story is clear. Be careful what you wish for even the greatest gifts may come with a heavy price. Want more captivating stories? Subscribe to Motherland Afro Tales Studios for more unforgettable African folk tales.